Welcome to my recap with live trades. I hope you enjoy the content. Today was another day where I did the same thing I've been doing every day lately, where I did too much or too little, too much. So, end of the day, like down 61 bucks with commissions. So it's not the end of the world, like I keep saying, but just today just sucked. I did a lot of like candle over candle stuff, and it just didn't work out. Some late entries I had, just some weak stuff, just yeah. And then when they're actually like we got some good, nice liquidation breaks, I didn't have any buying power, which sucked because I wanted Amazon, sick setup, consolidated like half the day, and then it was about to break down. And I was like, I want this trade bad, and it was like just a sick amount of points, like quick, like 10 points quick. So I don't know. It's unfortunate. It just really is. I really, if I just up my standards and I only take a couple trades a day and just wait for really good ones, I think I'd do a lot better, especially with my limited buying power. I don't know. That's what I really need to focus on. Okay, first trade, Tesla. So, if you watch my videos, you probably know I like to play the pop, pull back, candle over candle, like an opening range break sort of play. But also, I like to play, like in this case, it's a pop, pull back, candle over candle. And we have a camera candle here, the second 1 minute candle bar with a, low volume, relatively speaking, to the 250, almost 1,000 shares on the first candle. So I don't know. I don't. I should have got in right when it broke that the 3rd minute candle when it broke the 2nd minute candle, but I didn't. So let's see what happens. So I'm not in yet. So I get in at 8:41 on the ask, one contract, late, getting late. A 680 call, and I just get right out because I'm like I got a late entry, just want to get out. And then look at that, they're just sellers are just waiting there. It's kind of just chugging. It's like the little engine that could, it just couldn't. So on to the next. So next trade's on an Apple. I buy 2 contracts here. Okay, question I have for myself is, okay, so we know there's a pot, and then even that red candle is still the pot because it has a higher high. Next candle is that doji. We have a pullback. We're looking up top here on the right is the Apple charts. You didn't notice, but so that doji candle prior to the screen candle right now is it's a doji and it's a pullback candle because it has a higher low. And then the green candle that we're on right now is already gone higher than the doji candle. So why am I not in if that's the setup? Why do I wait till I do? Let's see, rhetorical question. I don't think answer it because I'm an idiot sometimes. Um, but yeah. Anyways, so I get in 2 contracts there for $1.18 a piece, and it's not acting like I wanted to, like it should, like I would expect it to. So that's when I should just get out right there. So would have been a little $14 whatever loss, $10 loss. I mean that's kind of what kept me in the trade. I'm like, oh, I'm not down that much, but I should have stuck to this to the my strategy where if it's like obviously not working, then clearly I'm out right there. I hit the bid because it broke under that candle. Whoops. So next trade, Tesla. We have a falling wedge here. I've been playing these lately, and it's been hit or miss. Honestly, we'll see what we get. So if you look up the chart above it, Baba looks like a nice little wedge there too. But so I played Tesla here on the break, anticipating the break by 167 or 665 call in the ask, and it just sort of just dies down, doesn't go anywhere. Just red flag number 1 right there. 125 could have out for a little small loss. I mean I don't even remember if this trade goes. Wait, let's see. I think there's just stuff. Oh, I sell for $20, I think. Just not doing so. I throw an order out 975 on the ask. Get filled, close it out, and then just get out, hit the bid. So I lost $9 plus commissions. But I should have been out of that trade earlier when it just wasn't doing what it's supposed to do. Because there's times when Tesla will break, or it'll start going up, and then it'll kind of chug, right? But then you kind of know, or at least I know, there's a good chance it's still going to go higher, right? Because it'll just kind of do that, shake out. Some people have like a micro pullback, and then it'll rip, but it kind of like chugs as it does it. This was different, though, in my opinion. This seemed obvious that it wasn't going to work, and I was kind of holding and hoping. So I want to point that out. Hopefully you noticed it. If you want, rewind the clip and check that out, because I think that's useful right there. And I need to remember that. So, and when I do remember it, like in that trade, I actually did notice that I need to just get out. That's where, I keep my losses even smaller so that I can have good winners. But I was kind of had the mindset like, oh, I just spent the $943 out of my buying power. I don't have unlimited buying power, unfortunately. And I spent that money like, oh, let me try to get something out of it. It's just smoker mentality. So next trade's on NVIDIA. NVIDIA's up top on the right. I'm going to play a downside break here of this rising wedge. I get in 1-800 put. And it's 674. We got a little bit of move, right? Since I got in, it was like a half a point. Like at a point right now. Over a point, but like 674 is when I got it. 665 to 690. Like not very, these contracts aren't moving. 1894 on the volume. They're not moving. So the second I start feeling the pressure of potential squeeze right here, I'm gonna get out. And that's actually good that I did it right now, because although it looks like, okay, we were just testing prior support, which is hopefully going to hold now as resistance, right? And then it's going to break down. That was the thinking. Right when I got out, I thought, oh, crap, did I just get out and now it's going to drop? But now it rips higher. They squeeze out the shorts on this. So later they had some nice liquidation breaks, but not right then. That was squeeze higher. So thankfully I was out that time, I guess. But Tesla trade here. So we're back down below again. So that's what we have, this pop. And then we that pink line is prior to his close. And then below that at 666 on some satanic-ish, we have yesterday's low, which is yellow. My yesterday's high and yesterday's lows are always yellow. The highs are dash lines and the lows are solid. So how I do my charts and indicators. And then just below that, or above that, around 670, that gray line is a 200 SMA on the 1 minute chart. So keep that in mind. So I'm playing this pop, pullback, and then candle over candle is when I want to get in. I anticipated there. I didn't get in at the break, which I have a tendency to do. So I'm in 1-670 call at 921. And I just sold the order out on the ask. Now, and I got filled right away. So I made like $20 on that trade. $19. The reason why I threw that order out on the ask right there like that is because we opened up higher. We gapped up intraday 1 minute chart, gapped up, and it was like they were gonna fade that, but they did. It kind of popped a little bit, and then they faded it. But as you can see now, so I don't know. I think that was good. That's something I did right there, because whether this were ripped higher or not, but when a stock like Tesla or anything really gaps higher, and then just immediately starts to kind of stuff, that's usually a sign it's going to sell. It's a trend change or whatever, continuation. Like this, the trend didn't really change. We had a downtrend, and we're going up. The trend didn't, switch to a bullish trend. I mean, this is a temporary move, But yeah, so I think I did that right. But in my opinion, at least, and that's based on how many times I've seen that, and almost every time that's a reversal. So Netflix, Now, Netflix is up top. We have this pennant, kind of a flag pattern, but it's really a pennant. And really low volume on Netflix though. I did notice that. And when we saw I'm in one there on the ask at $7. Now I've noticed that Netflix like we'll get one pop 71K right there, and then like kind of fizzles out. Even though we ramped up here a decent amount, so I kept that in mind. Like that's Netflix a lot of times, It's almost like it's like a low float, really. Float's not that insane, but compared to so I'm out there 702. I got out break even basically with commissions, and also I just want to make note of Tesla down below here. I love these kind of setups where you buy the dip down below here like 4 candles ago, and then you risk off the lows of the wicks there, and then your target is the high day, so the risk reward is awesome. Or not high day, that pivot right there, but so that would have been a good trade had I noticed it. mRNA. So mRNA is in the middle here. We have this really wide, loose flag here. These don't usually work out, so we'll see what happens. But I hit the ask, 386, I'm in. One contract. Okay, so we break above that pivot, that prior little pivot, and then try to order on the ask, 395. Just because it's just I don't trust the price action. It's kind of got me like programmed to just like take smoke gains. Feels like a Friday. Today really felt like a Friday about half the day, in my opinion. And which is unfortunate because if I would have just chilled when it felt like a Friday, and then waited till we had some sick like liquidation break in Amazon and Tesla, oh man, it would have printed. So I got out there 405. So when I threw that order on the ass, it was like for $9 or $10 gain. So at least I got another $15 out of it. I can buy a Happy Meal. Cheer me up a little bit. So Boeing here, we have Boeing is up top. And now normally I don't like playing low a day breaks. I usually stay away from them. But one, the contracts are cheap in Boeing, and two, that weakness just felt right. Plus what the market was doing at the time and what UVXY was doing. UVXY was the main reason I got in this trade. UVXY was breaking out of a high day consolidation and on some volume. So when UVXY does that on volume, that can be a good setup. If you can pinpoint, a ticker that trades inversely to UVXY in general, like Boeing, Apple, SPY, Tesla sometimes, Amazon. I say Tesla sometimes because Tesla, doesn't even follow SPY or Qs a lot of times. But so, okay, Boeing, I get in. Unfortunately, just one contract, 170, 225 put. So that's a green arrow because I'm long one put. I'm not short a put. If I was short a put, I'd want the stock to go higher. I don't know if everyone knows that. I know a lot of people don't know that actually. Because I hear traders that post YouTube videos and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, I'm short, like whatever." And I know some really good traders that say that, but that's technically not true. If you're short in options, you're selling premium. So, being short puts is bullish. Being short calls is bearish. So we got the liquidation break there. And at 170, they're not really moving. 175, 179, 80. So I'm kind of targeting the ask for this exit. And I do, and I'm already thinking I want to get out because I see the premiums aren't really moving, and it's like my patience is that. So, and I know this. So taking one contract on something like this is not the business. I do know I was low on buying power at the time, so I think that had a lot to do with it. But that's really not the excuse because there's really no excuse except that I do this too much and it's not good. One contract is not. No. Unless I'm trying something new or whatever, then I either paper trade or do one contract. That's when I should do that. But this whole, one contract like Not good. Especially a name like bowling, $1.70. Like I could do 5, and with my tight stops, that's totally reasonable. My account is small. I mean, I got a 50 something $100 account. Not not I want to keep my losses. Red days. I want to keep it like 2%, most 3% at the most. And I do a pretty good job doing that, but lately it's been tough getting the winners. I've been having some break-even days and small winners, but nothing special. We're at 178 by 180. Like, gotta have at least like 5 or 10 contracts right now to want to even parcels, in my opinion. But I see the red coming through on the tape, and it's not always red. You see a bunch of red coming into the tape. So I throw an order out on the ask 183. Don't get filled. I close it out. But yeah, I mean, you can see a lot of red, and they're soaking the bids. That's different. But it's been a while since I've seen like a large order on the bid or the ask, and then see it get attacked and then trade that. Like it's been a while since I've seen that. So the volume's not like what it was months ago. At least enough to where you're just not seeing that. It's crazy. Those were fun. I got some sick trades in like Beyond and Netflix and whatever. When we catch bids just drop out, like see like 35,000 shares on the bid, and catch it when it gets down. It goes from 35,000 to like 900, 1,200 or whatever, and just get in and it drops. Fun. So kind of floating around like not doing much. I feel like my time's more valuable than. But at the same time, look, I'm here for the long haul. Like I'm not gonna blow up my account. I'm not gonna, knock on wood. I'm gonna conservatively get to. So I got out there on the ask 182, or maybe that was a bid. You know what? I can't even say. That happened so fast. Originally my orders were for the ask, but so anyways, Apple's up top here. We have a pop pullback. I'm kind of just playing this little dip. Didn't want anticipating one contract. That's all. I was pretty much out of buying power. So 149 call. This is anticipating the candle over candle. So sort of like a little flag pattern here, as I'm sure you know. And so this trade goes on till 438. So right here, I'm going to take profits, right? I'll save you guys some trouble on that one. So I got in, I threw an order out on the ask 132, and it's about to get hit. Boom, I get hit it, filled on the ask, I'm out. Didn't wait till high day. I thought, they might not let it get up there right now. I don't know, just kind of wanted to get out. Wasn't really special, so. I took one more small trade on Apple, and 88 cents. I got out at 89 cents. There you can see the fill, 88 to 89. And that's it. And that trade was a pop pullback candle over candle. So, aka flag pattern. So that's it. I appreciate you watching. Hope you got something out of this. Really enjoy it. Please hit the like button. I really appreciate that. And leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Have a nice day. There's the best. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.